In a world dominated by men, where empires rose and fell, one woman's story stands out, shimmering like a beacon through the annals of history. From the ancient, philosophical streets of Athens to the opulent, power-filled corridors of Constantinople, Ilia Eudocia's journey was anything but ordinary. Born as a simple Greek girl, she rose to become an empress, a revered poet, and a pivotal figure in the Byzantine Empire. Her life was filled with passion, intrigue, and controversies that would shape the destiny of an empire. Join us as we unravel the mesmerizing tale of Ilia Eudocia, a woman who defied conventions, challenged norms, and left an indelible mark on history. Prepare to be captivated. Ilia Eudocia Augusta wasn't just any Eastern Roman empress, she was the powerful partner to Emperor Theodosius II, reigning from 408 to 450. Her significance goes beyond her title, as she stands as a pivotal figure in charting the ascent of Christianity during the early days of the Byzantine Empire. In Eudocia's era, Greek paganism and Christianity coexisted, often tumultuously, with both pagans and non-traditional Christians facing persecution. While much of modern academia has overlooked Eudocia's contributions, her poetic and literary endeavors beautifully meld her Christian convictions with her Greek roots. Her works stand as a testament to the profound influence the Roman Empire exerted on the evolving Christian landscape. Born around 400 AD in the heart of Athens, Ilia Eudocia hailed from a lineage deeply rooted in Greek traditions. Her father, the renowned Greek philosopher Leontius, was a luminary at the Academy of Athens, a hub that attracted intellectuals from across the Mediterranean. Named Athenais, in homage to the city's guardian deity, Pallas Athena, she grew up amidst the grandeur of a sprawling house on the Acropolis. The vast courtyard of this house bore witness to her playful childhood days. Tragedy struck early when Athenais lost her mother at just 12. She swiftly stepped into the role of the family's anchor, managing household affairs, nurturing her younger siblings, Gessius and Valerius, and becoming her father's pillar of strength. In exchange for her dedication, Leontius imparted to Athenais a rich education, steeped in rhetoric, literature, and philosophy. He instilled in her the Socratic virtue of moderation and foresaw a grand destiny awaiting her. With an innate talent for memorization, she effortlessly absorbed the verses of great poets like Homer and Pindar, recited to her by her father. Leontius wasn't just her educator, he shaped her worldview and laid the foundation for her future literary endeavors as empress. However, 420 AD brought another blow. Leontius passed away, leaving behind a will that favored her brothers. Athenais, who had been her father's confidant, was left with a mere 100 coins. His justification? Her destiny would be her true inheritance, surpassing any material wealth. Feeling betrayed, she pleaded with her brothers for a fair share, but they turned a deaf ear. Seeking justice and guidance, a 20-year-old Athenais relocated to her aunt's place. It was here that she was advised to appeal directly to the emperor in Constantinople. Historian John Malalas paints a vivid picture of her journey, further elaborated by Edward Gibbon in The History of the Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. According to their accounts, Athenais' beauty and intellect caught the attention of Pulcheria, the emperor's sister. Pulcheria, intrigued, introduced Athenais to her brother, Theodosius II. Their meeting, shrouded in secrecy and intrigue, blossomed into love. Athenais, after renouncing her pagan beliefs, was baptized as Eudocia. However, some historians argue that this narrative, resembling a fairy tale, might be an embellished version of events. The exact details of Eudocia's introduction to the royal siblings remain a mystery. Kenneth Holm, in his study Theodosian Empresses, Women and Imperial Dominion in Late Antiquity, even suggests that Eudocia's father might have been from Antioch, not Athens. However, Eudocia's later architectural contributions seem to favor Athens, casting doubt on this theory. At the age of 20, young Emperor Theodosius II, born in 401, felt the pull of matrimony. He sought counsel from his sister, Pulcheria, and his childhood confidant, Paulinus, to find a bride of noble lineage. As fate would have it, this quest coincided with Athenais' arrival in Constantinople. With only 100 coins to her name, Athenais' tale of woe reached Pulcheria. Upon meeting her, Pulcheria was struck not just by Athenaise's beauty, but also by her eloquence and intelligence. Assurances from Athenaise's aunts about her purity and education further convinced Pulcheria. She described Athenaise to Theodosius as a beautiful, eloquent Greek maiden, the daughter of a philosopher. The young emperor, smitten, fell head over heels. Raised in pagan traditions, Athenaise embraced Christianity upon her union with Theodosius II, adopting the name Eudocia. Their grand wedding took place on June 7, 421, with festivities rumored to include chariot races in the hippodrome. Eudocia's brothers, who had once forsaken her, now feared retribution given her newfound status. However, Eudocia summoned them to Constantinople, where Theodosius generously rewarded them. Gessius was appointed praetorian prefect of Illyricum, while Valerius became magister officiorum. Eudocia believed their past mistreatment was a part of her destined path. Paulinus, Theodosius's dear friend who aided in his matrimonial search, was also honored with the title of magister officiorum. While this Cinderella-esque transformation from obscurity to empress is widely accepted, some historians speculate on its authenticity. The tale's romantic nuances, especially as detailed in John Malalas's World Chronicle, blur the lines between historical fact and folklore. Malalas, known for blending genuine history with popular tales, wrote this account over a century after Eudocia's demise. Contemporary historians like Socrates of Constantinople and Priscus of Panion confirm Eudocia's lineage and original name, Athenaise, but make no mention of Pulcheria's matchmaking. Notably, historians Sozomen and Theodoret excluded Eudocia from their chronicles, possibly due to her later disgrace. In the spring of 438, during her pilgrimage to Jerusalem, Eudocia made a significant stopover in Antioch. There, she addressed the city's senate in a style reminiscent of classical Hellenic oratory, using the poetic rhythm of Homeric hexameters. She also generously funded the restoration of the city's structures. Eudocia's deep connection to her Greek roots was evident in her address, where she proudly quoted Homer, declaring, "Of your proud line and blood I claim to be." This proclamation was met with thunderous applause, leading the Antioch citizens to celebrate her unique blend of Christian faith and Hellenic heritage. In her honor, they erected a golden statue in the Curia and a bronze one in the museum. However, upon her return, Eudocia's standing was shaken. Pulcheria's growing jealousy and baseless rumors of an affair between Eudocia and her protégé, Paulinus, tainted her reputation. Kenneth Holham's study, Theodosian Empresses, Women and Imperial Dominion in Late Antiquity, posits an intriguing theory. He suggests that Eudocia's father, Leontius, might have hailed from Antioch, not Athens, citing the historical connection between the two cities' philosophers. However, this theory is met with skepticism, especially given Eudocia's architectural contributions in the 420s, which were primarily Athens-centric. Holham theorizes that while Eudocia might have been named in honor of Athens, she could have been born in Antioch. This is further supported by her efforts to expand Antioch's city walls. Eudocia's influence extended beyond architecture. Under her husband's reign, she played a pivotal role in shaping state policies towards pagans and Jews, ensuring their protection from persecution. A staunch advocate for education, she championed its reorganization and expansion in Constantinople. Having been nurtured in the classical education of Athens, Eudocia aimed to harmoniously blend pagan classical teachings with Christian principles. This synthesis was her tribute to educators and the value of learning, both of which held profound significance in her life. Among her architectural legacies, Eudocia commissioned the original church of St. Polyeuctus in Constantinople. This church would later see further expansion and adornment in the 6th century, thanks to her great-granddaughter, Anicia Juliana. Eudocia and Theodosius II were blessed with 3 children. Their eldest, Licinia Eudoxia, born in 422, was destined for a significant union from her very birth. She was betrothed to her cousin, the Western Roman Emperor Valentinian III. The two eventually wed on October 29, 437. Tragically, their second child, Flaxilla, passed away in 431. Their only son, Arcadius, met a similar fate, dying during his infancy. Despite these personal losses, Eudocia's stature in the empire was solidified when, just a year after welcoming her first child, Theodosius II conferred upon her the title of Augusta on January 2, 423. Once Eudocia was crowned Augusta, she stepped into a role previously held by her sister-in-law, Pulcheria, who had been Augusta since 414. This transition marked the beginning of a power struggle between the two women. Eudocia envied the influence Pulcheria wielded within the court, while Pulcheria viewed Eudocia as a potential threat to her own authority. This rivalry infused the imperial court with a distinct pious atmosphere. Perhaps as a testament to her faith and possibly to distance herself from the tensions at court, Eudocia embarked on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem in 438. This journey allowed her to bring back sacred relics, further solidifying her devout Christian image. However, her relationship with Theodosius had grown strained over the years. It was only after the intercession of Melania, a wealthy Palestinian widow and a close friend of Eudocia, that Theodosius granted her permission for the pilgrimage. Around 443, Eudocia's presence at the palace came to an abrupt end, and the reasons behind this remained shrouded in mystery and speculation. One widely circulated rumor suggests a scandalous backdrop: Theodosius II, suspecting Eudocia of an illicit affair with his childhood friend and trusted court advisor, Paulinus. The tale, as recounted by Malalas, revolves around a unique Phrygian apple. Theodosius had gifted this apple to Eudocia, and later, Paulinus unwittingly showed the same apple to the emperor. Recognizing the fruit, Theodosius confronted Eudocia, who claimed she had consumed it. This discrepancy led Theodosius to believe that Eudocia had not only been unfaithful but had also given the apple to Paulinus as a token of her affection. In the aftermath, Paulinus was executed, and a humiliated Eudocia chose to depart the court in 443. Marcel Linus offers a different perspective, hinting at political machinations. He describes a series of retaliatory actions between Theodosius and Eudocia. Acting on Theodosius' orders, Saturninus, the Comes Domesticorum, eliminated two of Eudocia's allies. In what seemed like a countermove, Eudocia allegedly orchestrated Saturninus' assassination. This chain of events culminated in Theodosius stripping Eudocia of her royal entourage, leading her to exit the palace. Regardless of the true catalyst for her departure, Eudocia managed to retain her wealth and the esteemed title of Augusta. In around 443, Eudocia made her way back to Jerusalem, choosing the historic city as her sanctuary for the latter part of her life. Immersed in its spiritual ambience, she dedicated herself to literary pursuits. However, her life wasn't devoid of controversies. She faced accusations related to the death of an officer who was allegedly dispatched to eliminate two of her supporters. This incident led to her being stripped of her imperial staff, though she still wielded considerable influence. Eudocia's involvement in the uprising of the Syriac Monophysites in 453 further complicated her standing. Yet, in time, she mended her relationship with Pulcheria and was welcomed back into the fold of the Eastern Orthodox Church. Remaining steadfast in her faith, Eudocia passed away in Jerusalem on October 20, 460. Her final years were marked by her literary contributions. She was laid to rest in the Church of St. Stephen in Jerusalem, a testament to her devotion, as she had commissioned the construction of this very church. The modern-day St. Stephen's Basilica now stands on this sacred ground. While Eudocia never made her way back to the imperial court in Constantinople, she upheld her imperial stature and was known for her generous contributions and philanthropic endeavors. Eudocia's literary prowess is evident in her epic poem, which spans 3 books or volumes. This narrative revolves around the tale of Justa, a devout Christian maiden who triumphs over the sorcerer Cyprian using her unwavering faith. Cyprian, under the employ of Aglaïdas, attempts to bewitch Justa into falling in love with Aglaïdas. However, the story culminates in Cyprian's conversion to Christianity, his rapid ascent to the position of a bishop, and Justa's transition into a deaconess, adopting the new name, Justina. She would later be recognized as Justina of Antioch. While the narrative is fictional, one cannot help but draw parallels between the character Justa and Eudocia. Both underwent a transformative journey, converting to Christianity and subsequently changing their names as they rose to prominence. Though time has claimed parts of the original text, much of the poem's essence is preserved through the paraphrasing by Photius. Despite its incomplete state, the poem's extensive length and depth can be appreciated in Women Writers of Ancient Greece and Rome, a 2004 compilation edited by Michael Ian Plant. Eudocia's Homeric centos stand out as her most celebrated and frequently analyzed works, primarily because crafting centos based on Homer was a prevalent literary exercise of the time. Her centos, spanning 2,344 lines, are notably the lengthiest Homeric centos in existence. These compositions encapsulate Eudocia's essence, intertwining her classical Athenian education with biblical narratives from Genesis and the New Testament tales of Jesus Christ's life. A significant portion of her extant work, 2,354 lines, delves into the story of Adam and Eve, drawing inspiration from an unfinished poem by a writer named Patricius. Mark Usher's analysis of Eudocia's poem offers insights into her choice of Homeric themes to articulate her biblical interpretations. Usher posits that Eudocia aimed to depict the myriad human experiences and emotions resonating with biblical narratives. She leaned on the Iliad and Odyssey as they encompassed a vast array of emotions and situations, from greatness, pain, and beauty to deceit, mourning, and astonishment, that she could draw upon to narrate the gospel story. These Homeric tales, deeply ingrained in her memory, provided the perfect canvas for her to paint her biblical tales. Eudocia's Homeric poetry is pivotal in comprehending her identity as a Christian woman within the Eastern Roman Empire and her influential role as an empress. Her works vividly showcase her classical education, highlighting her literary prowess, possibly even hinting at the sophisticated use of acrostics. Through her writings, Eudocia seamlessly bridged her profound appreciation for classical Greek literature with her devout Christian beliefs. Thank you for watching this episode of History Uncovered. Delving into the life and legacy of Eudocia has been a captivating journey, and we hope you found it as enlightening as we did. If you found this video informative and engaging, please like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so that you never miss a new video. Before you go, the algorithm has picked out another intriguing episode for you. Check it out on the screen now and continue your historical exploration with us.